Okay guys, I'm here today with Kade Ruotolo and Kade Ruotolo. Huge honor for me. I'm a huge fan of those two guys over here. And today they will show us here the heel hook. It was not even a heel hook, right? What was that?
It was like an inside heel hook. Yeah,
it was an inside heel
hook, yeah.
That Kade used in the finals of the ADCC against Mica Galvao, which I'm also a huge fan. And Kade, when you went to the finals of the IBJJF Worlds with Mica, and when you went to the finals of ADCC, I was celebrating on both situations because I was like, man, this is the match that everybody wants to see. So I think you guys and Mica and you guys are changing Jiu-Jitsu pretty much because I I think when you go watch a Jiu-Jitsu tournament, those are the type of matches that everybody want to see. Like two guys who go like. So I'm super excited to have you guys here, and I can't wait to learn what you did.
I'm excited to show you. Thank you so much, legend.
Thank you.
Sweet. Should we do on you or tie?
Whatever. Do on tie, and I want to feel as well. So
cool. So yeah, we'll jump right into it. I kept getting to this position a lot during the match, and it's one of my favorites. It's like the top berimbolo, right? So a lot of times I'll bait my leg, I'll start stepping or pushing the spar leg, and I'll thread my free leg through. Right, and what this does is it allows me to put a lot of pressure on my opponent, right? So now he's carrying my weight, right? And there was a lot of times that I got to this position during the match, and I could tell it was starting to take a toll on him. He was getting a bit tired, right? And he was kind of over it. And the reason why it uses a lot of energy, you're pushing a lot on your opponent, you're using a lot of core strength, right? And so from here, the way I advance is I use this X and I take out this top leg, right? So now I'm just kind of floating on my opponent here, right? He's carrying all of my weight. The only thing that he has from here is if I'm not being smart, he could pull this knee through, right? And then he gets into that, heel hook, what's the honey hole type position, and it gets very tight, right? So from here, just being very wary, you don't let your opponent bring that knee line in, right? And from here, we have a lot of attacks. I could stuff this knee, boom, start taking the back berimbolos, right? And I think in that final match with Mica, once I got to this position, he knew that berimbolo was coming, right? As I'd gotten to this position a couple times before. So as soon as I got here, what he did was he brought this leg, his free leg through to create distance, to create space. I was putting too much pressure on him. He wanted to get the pressure off and maybe start possibly re-attacking my leg. But once he did that, you see how his leg is kind of sitting right here in the middle of my torso, right? Yep. Now, I know that the heel hook is there, but it's not there yet. What I need to do is I need to lower my shoulder to the other side of his leg, right? And you see how it wraps right around his heel, and his heel slips right in from there. Good. This is one of the tightest heel hooks because we have a couple limbs under us, right? Yep. So it's almost like if I were to push Ty's arm to the mat, it doesn't, no pain, right? But if I were to put a couple arms underneath it, now it's an arm bar, right? It's like the same thing for this heel hook. He's trapped, right? This bottom leg is stuck. I have gravity on my side, and once I get this grip, it's all downward pressure from here. And it gets tight very quick. See, even before I go to the mat. And that's why you saw, as a result, the finish came very, very quick. Yeah.
How does anybody get out from there?
I think that's the point of no return, Professor. I think that's
the point. Right?
That one, I really do think it's probably the toughest heel hook to escape. Because once you get to this position, they add that leg through. Like I said, it's like a knot. You know what I mean? It's like a knot, and it's in. Once I get this shoulder on the other side of his toes and get this heel hook grip, boom! It's so like the knee line is completely out right now, right? But because I have gravity on my side, I have his leg stuck. The second I start hipping in, you see that knee line fall in.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy.
And then there's the finish.
Yeah, that's good. Can I feel?
Of course.
I don't even know if I know how to get there.
Yeah, it's easy, so boom. I've been going here a lot, right? Okay. Setting this up, and I bring this leg like this. Okay. Right? Because they always start pushing from here, And I just sit and I let them carry my weight a lot. Okay. If I can free this leg, just like this, boom. Okay. And that's when we hit this berimbolo a lot, right? Yep. So Mica knew that. He kept his knee line out, which was smart, right? Keeping this knee line out so I couldn't get to the berimbolo. So, but what happened was I was putting a lot of pressure, and I think what he wanted to get the pressure off of me and also re-attack his own leg. So he brought his left leg through. And exactly, right? So when he brought his left leg through, I felt it right here in my stomach. And I seen the opportunity to reach around grab the heel and watch. You see how far out your knee is?
Yeah.
It's not even close now, right?
Yeah.
But as I start hipping in,
oh my God,
you feel it just catch right in.
Yeah.
And I put my head down first. Of course, I don't want to, put all the pressure. But in the competition, of course, you just go straight to it.
And then just like drop your whole weight
first.
Oh my God, man, this is crazy tight.
It gets tight so quick down. So of course, hip in and get the finish.
Yeah, oh, that's crazy. And Kade and I was just talking to you guys a little earlier, and you guys developed like this heel hook dash leg lock game like crazy quick. Like not so long ago, you guys didn't know leg locks, and then all of a sudden, you guys are like leg lock experts. So how was this transition? Like, what did you guys do?
Thank you. Yeah, man. I guess it started when we both got leg locked, right? It was we were kids. It was the East Coast trials and the West Coast trials. Couple ADCCs ago, and we both got broken off with leg locks, and we were basically just IBJJF blue belts at that point. You know what I mean? It was not too much no-gi experience. So once we felt our jiu-jitsu was good, our passing felt good, we had our darces and everything, but that was a huge weakness for us. So basically, we went to our garage, and for basically like 6 months straight, we just did leg locks. You know, we sat in 50-50. We started with them, and we just broke it down just very analytically, you know, and eventually probably about 6 months later, we just had a very good structural base of defense.
Got it.
And
so you guys started with defense and then developed attack.
100%. I think in order to have good attacks, you need to have an amazing defense because a lot of the heel hook attacks, your legs are also in danger, right? So.
Got it. No, and I'm really, really, really impressed with how good of instructors you guys are. And I think like just the fact that you guys learned heel hook by yourselves, you guys are probably teaching each other. So
yeah, for sure.
And I can see like how much you guys love teaching as well. Like you guys are. Like,
I enjoy it, man. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Best.
No, and now what's next for you guys?
What's next? I believe October 21st is we have a one match. I have a one match. It's against a Sambo champion Russian, so it'll be a sick match for sure. It'll be a clash of styles, you know. And then I'm sure a couple more things will pop up in the end of the year. Not sure what yet. Nothing
in the short future, we got our gym being built too in Costa Rica. It's going to be done in 2 months.
Yeah, I can't wait to
come join us out there. Serve train.
BJ Fanatics camp for sure.
There you go. Oh, Kade and you guys are just showing an entire structure all about leg locks, and I love it how you guys split like on attacks and counters, because most of the leg locks that you guys are doing is either like an attack or an counter, right? Can you guys talk a little more about this?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. I think there's a massive difference between the two, you know, and leg lock attacks are great, but nowadays I think a lot of the times, you know, as we showed our favorite ones, the ones that work for us, but I think a lot of the times, and just like anything, just for example, the darce works great, but if you're gonna start going from the darce from far away, they're gonna see it coming, you know, and it's the same thing for leg locks. A lot of the time, it takes a lot of setup to get to the finish, you know, and so I think a lot of the times just having good defense, and then the counters come quicker a lot of the times, right? So they're two completely different things. And
like you said, when your opponent is getting on the leg too, they're leaving themselves very vulnerable, you know. So that's why I'm always looking for the counters.
No, and you mentioned the darce, and I love like how everybody, when they compete against you guys, they almost change their game. Like you don't see many double legs, you don't see many sit-ups on legs, because
there was not one underhook on me. Not one underhook.
Oh, that's awesome. No, but anyways, so guys, we just shot an entire structure with Kade and Ty, all about leg locks and heel hooks and etc. And it's coming out super, super cool. These guys are amazing instructors as well. Like you guys see them competing and they're always killing each other, but pay attention on them teaching, because their style of teaching and the way they teach is really like engaging. So it's going to be at bjjfanatics.com very soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So make sure to check that out. And man, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Good, man. Thanks for all the nice words.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.